A very good evening and welcome again to the hotspot. My name is Webb. It's another day. Have you been doing well today? How was it? How did it go for you? Well, the international break is going good for anyone who loves Manchester United. Guess what? Scott McTominay is balling in Georgia. He has scored one of 2 goals as Scotland held Georgia to a 2-2 draw in their UEFA Euro qualifier game that was happening today. Just got done a few minutes ago, and beautiful goal there from Scott. Good goal scoring instincts. No wonder he scored those 2 beautiful goals as we did come from behind to beat Brentford 2-1. 2-2, but rather 2-2. It has been an exciting game, that for me, his 49th minute goal being the first for Scotland, as he did come to equalize for them, but things changed around and it was an exciting game. But anyhow, welcome to the hotspot. How has it been for you? I'm not here to talk about Scott McTominay. I'm here to first of all tell you to do subscribe. Now, I know you're wondering where I am. I'm in a different space. I'm at my brother's place. I went to visit him today and I said, time caught me and I'm like, let's do it from here. He's into this, of course, Luze Andrew Anderson. You can follow him as well, LAA, and his other channels. You can follow him. He's an entertainment guy, hard guy. So anyhow, let's talk football and Manchester United, the beloved club. Now, I'm here to tell you about this man, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, who is serious because he's on the move. Things are happening. We are seeing things happening one after the other. And the latest we've heard is that he might be shaking things up a little more. There are reports that another person, another top official, top director, top official at Manchester United is set to leave very soon. Now, I know, of course, your minds will quickly run to one guy, John Mata, because most of you have been wishing he does join Richard Arnold on the way out. But we'll get to know who it is. But it is most likely going to be John Mata anyway, because there's lots of people who have been pointed at as the potential directors of football or sporting directors at Man United coming in to take his job, because many do agree he has not been leading or directing our football in the right direction. So Sir Jim Ratcliffe means business even before the official confirmation of him being the man in charge of the football matters at the club. Now he is already down to work and meaning business, as we know already Richard Arnold has left. But I first do want to open your mind and bring your attention to something I feel is important. Yes, we are excited about Sir Jim Ratcliffe coming, but what do we want him to do first? Now, for me, these are my top 4 changes I hope to see. Actually, top 5 changes that I hope to see Sir Jim Ratcliffe makes at Manchester United. The things he implements, of course, one has been done literally already, because Richard Arnold is on his way out. I think that was always going to be the first, solve it from the top. So Glazers are out of football. Okay, not entirely, because I think according to the agreement they have, one of the Glazers will stay and sit on the short panel that manages football at the club. So it will be him and 2 others. So well, they're still there, but it's Sir Jim Ratcliffe who is calling all the final shots. So I want to open your attention, or to bring your attention to the top 5 first decisions that Sir Jim Ratcliffe should make. And the first one for me is what he has done, changing the direction by changing the CEO, which he has done. And we know now we are on the hunt. I told you about Jean-Claude Blow, who is one of those who are front runners to take up that job of replacing Richard Arnold. Second, for me, I think director of football John Mata should be also being shown his exit, because obviously, I mean, the struggles we are having, if you're going to change the football and it has not been going well, there is no way the director of football can stay. I think it's just simple logic. There is nothing. A new director of football has got to come in. Fresh things, fresh football, fresh strategy, fresh direction, fresh technical approach and everything. So that's the next thing I am sure is going to happen with a couple of people pointed at as well coming in to replace him, and Paul Mitchell being a front runner for that position. Of course, you can't watch that video. I dropped it about Paul Mitchell and what he can do. The third thing I would love to see this man do, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, as I do remind you to subscribe, is the third change I want to see is the facilities. I need to see an investment in the facilities at the club. I need to see an investment in Carrington. I need to see a significant investment in Old Trafford, the roofs are leaking, the toilets are bad. That cannot be Man United. These days, in this day and age, you sell the brand. The reason why Manchester City recorded a record amount of revenue is because they have worked on their brand. That blue of theirs, that sky blue, the citizens have branded themselves. They look like a cool club. They look classy. They look cool. They have branded themselves. Now, Man United on the other side has, I don't know. I have no right words to describe what Man United is right now. If you can describe United for me, it's like if it's a car, Man United is a, what car? That used to be great, but is no longer good now. Is it a Vito? So that's Man United. Man City is a Lamborghini, a Range Rover Sport, and these are the cars we are competing with. We can't. It's a Ferrari. It's a, these cool cars. So we need to rebrand ourselves. And for me, I need to see that come now that Sir Jim Ratcliffe is here. If we don't see that, then we will not care about what's going on behind closed doors, because as supporters, we want to see a whole different atmosphere for our football. So that rebranding for me is going to be important. At Carrington, the things Cristiano Ronaldo spoke about, the expose he gave us has got to be addressed by Sir Jim Ratcliffe, and instantly, because our players are not fit enough. Our players are lazy. Luton players ran more than Man United players. Our players are lazy like that. We don't fight. They're not fit. They're not fit. So for me, wait, we're going to play Chelsea in a few days to come. I will see how these Chelsea players will run us down. Pochettino is all about fitness. They've got facilities. Man City players, the football they play, we saw them in that draw against Chelsea. Fitness, because they've got the facilities. It's so important. I need to see that from Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Now, going on to the football, the other change I hope to see from Sir Jim Ratcliffe instantly when it comes to the pitch, and again, this is not entirely up to him. It's probably about to the manager, but I'm sure as Sir Jim Ratcliffe, he has got to have a say into the football. The other thing I need to see him do is sell Casemiro and Rafael Varane in January, if possible. Put them up on the market. Influence that decision, because you're not going to be spending crazy amounts of money on players who are beyond are past their prime. Casemiro will not stop getting the injuries he's getting now. Rafael Varane will not give us 10 consecutive games anymore. It's not going to happen. Sell them now when you can get some decent money for them from Saudi Arabia. If we don't sell them in January, we will probably never get a nickel out of them. So we need to sell them in January. The next possible opportunity, Casemiro and Rafael Varane, and we love them. It's not from a bad place, but we are rebuilding. We are building something new, and we need to let go of players, get some money so that we get new players, younger players who are going to support the rebuilding process. We are talking of players like Joao Neves, who we are pointing at. We need money to buy them. So that's for me the other decision, and I've combined that now. So those are 4. I've told you about, of course, what he has already done. Richard Arnold, the CEO, the guy at the top, has gone. John Mata should be following him. Casemiro and Varane should be out as well. Not as Mata and Richard Arnold. They should leave ceremonious. They should be sold. We should make money out of them so that we finance the purchase of other younger good players, because no one will judge United for trying to rebuild now. That's what we need anyway. The other thing he has got to do is bring back Mason Greenwood. Bring back Mason Greenwood. No one cares about what has been happening. No one cares about what happened before. Paul Mitchell was impressed, apparently, by Mason Greenwood when he watched him bring the boy back. Mason Greenwood belongs to Manchester United. He's a United boy. He joined the club, I think, when he was 7 or thereabout. He has made mistakes. Yes, he has been loaned out. He has served his punishment. Bring him back, Sir Jim. For me, these are the first important decisions I need to see Sir Jim Ratcliffe make instantly. Because you're rebuilding a new club, you need the best young talent in the world. We have the best promising young striker in the world in Rasmus Højlund. We've got Kobe Maino. We are talking of Joao Neves, who is probably rumored to be coming in. We are talking of these exciting young players. You need Mason Greenwood to be growing with them. Alejandro Garnacho. They need to be growing together, because in a few years, these are going to be the hottest players in Europe or in the world. So bring back Greenwood now. We've seen him. He can still play football at Getafe. He's the future of Manchester United. The next thing is, and this might not be in January, this could be in the summer, in the next summer, sell Marcus Rashford. In the summer, sell Marcus Rashford. There is no space for Rashford at Man United anymore. Sell him when you can get some good money, because he's our best opportunity to get some big, decent money. That will be in the summer though, not in January. Sell him to PSG or wherever, get good money, buy other players, because you've got the financial fair play to deal with as well. You've got to know when to sell certain players, cash out on certain players. We need to sell Marcus Rashford, and finally settle the Jadon Sancho situation. Is he staying or not? There is talk that Sir Jim Ratcliffe wants him to stay. I'll talk about Sancho especially, but for now, subscribe to the Hotspot. Those are my top. I think gave you a bonus one. There were 6, and I did not talk about Anthony. It was deliberate. We hear news that he's not going back to Brazil. He's staying in Jan. I don't want to talk about Anthony now, but you heard me. Those for me are the key things that Sir Jim Ratcliffe has got to work on instantly for me to feel his arrival and his intent. Feel his intent as the new man directing football at United. Hotspot, subscribe. My name is Webb. Give me your 2 cents in the comment section. I'll catch you later, fam.